Greetings and welcome back, one and all, to Total War Warhammer and to the Vampire Count faction. We are about to end our first turn following the heavily on-rails tutorial segment. I think there's still a little bit of the tutorial to go. I'm not too certain, but we'll see. Hopefully there isn't too much more besides, if there is. Okay, looks like they're moving in. Interesting.
Kruger knows his position is weak and has sent out an army to check your advance.
Very well.
Their strength can be added to your own.
Fantastic. Attack! The Templehof brood must be crushed in battle before they are able to regain their strength. Another victory against Van Kruger's armies will leave his lands ripe for the taking. Defeat an army belonging to the following faction in battle. Templehof. Total dark magic plus 1,000 if we do it. Very well.
May be issued from time to time by those interested in your progress. These
Grand.
can be reviewed at your request, my lord.
Okay. Quests, grudges, and missions can be reviewed in the missions list, which is where exactly? Dark magic, technology, objectives probably. Yes, there we are. Right, here are the objectives for our actual campaign. Victory conditions, chapter objectives. Okay, there's no particular chapters, I guess. Now, if I wanted to do a short campaign, then I could win by destroying the following faction, the Empire. If I want a long campaign, then I destroy everything. Everything must die. I like these people. Leave not one enemy alive, nor a potential enemy, or the sons, daughters of an enemy, or their pets, or their homes, or their books. Everything should be purged that is not us. Reminds me somewhat of the Empire, actually. Right, events, forces. Let's check out forces. Manfred von Karstein. Do we have enough? Oh, I can raise the dead. Raise new units from the dead buried in this region. Oh, I like. Let's see, is this region a good region for raising the dead from? Meh. It's not too bad. It looks like there's only... it costs us 375 and upkeep of 85. I think that's the norm. But it looks like we've only got one of each. No, I'm totally okay with that. I could grab an extra 2 zombies as well. Let's actually quickly have a look at the help on zombies, shall we? Before I invest too heavily in getting them. Hello? I would like units. There we go. That is what I want. Now, I'm hoping this actually shows up in the video. I didn't confirm in the first recording whether it does or not. Sometimes overlays don't work so well with the recording. We'll just have to hope. There we go. It's a little bit slow loading up, but now that the game is really close to launch, I imagine a lot of people who've got the beta, or rather early access, are playing it quite a lot and trying to do a lot of learning, so I'm not sure how many people have got keys, but I imagine there's a reasonable amount of them. So the service may be being tested at the moment. Right, we've already checked out Skeletal Warriors, I think, but let's just review what we know. I'm not sure if I've actually read out any of it, and as I've mentioned, I'm not going to go through all of the information here, the technical information, other than a quick glance myself, but I probably will read the lore for each unit because that's kind of interesting and flavorful. Okay, crumbling, okay. Right, little more than shuffling bones with swords and spears, skeletons perform a dutiful, if not exemplary, job in their battle lines. Beneath the mud lie the grave-stained bones of bitter ancient warriors, long held beneath the earth. They are clad in the corroded armor, their lifeless hands still gripping the swords, axes, spears, and shields they held in life. Provided their remains have not been blessed by the rites of Moor, a necromancer or vampire can use the coiling energies of dark magic to instill a semblance of life and a flicker of spirit into these dormant warriors. As the regiments of past massacres claw their way to the surface, their empty eye sockets glow with unholy power. Silently, they gather together in a semblance of their old ranks, mutely awaiting the commands of their new lord, as the remains of their tattered banners flap in the unnatural breeze of their creation. Lipless, hornblowers raise their instruments and sound a spectral, mournful dirge. Very interesting. How about zombies, though? Specifically, I want to compare the values of zombies. Oh, really? That's a bit rubbish. Can I just go back? Oh, I suppose there is a back button. Ah, I'm a dip. Okay. Now that was skeletons. Oh man, this is taking forever. I was hoping this would be a little bit faster, honestly. We'll check out zombies before I purchase 2 of them. And then we'll check out skeletal spearmen. Zombies next. Now, one thing I noticed about zombies when I was hovering over them earlier is they're expendable. That doesn't bode well for them, really. It doesn't bode well for them at all. They're a sword infantry, though. Driven not by skill, but by a desire to feast on flesh, zombies are good, terrifying fodder in melee. I paused for a moment there because I read zombies are good. I was like, is there going to be some sort of pun in this? Good at being bad at being soldiers or something? But no. Zombies are shambling horrors that stagger towards the enemy battle lines in a noisome horde. Grotesquely reanimated corpses, they are compelled by the dark magic of the vampire or necromancer, and driven by the will of their master to commit acts of extreme violence. To call the way a zombie attacks fighting is perhaps to give the foul creature credit beyond its due. These sickening half-things have no skill to speak of, but are instead driven only by the insatiable urge to rend, kill, and consume the living. Any warrior, unfortunate enough to be pulled down by a zombie horde, will find himself torn slowly apart by a mass of desperate, clawing fingers, his flesh gouged from his body in grisly, glistening chunks. The fortunate will die quickly, but those unlucky souls, who are trampled beneath the horde, spend their death throes in a miserable agony as their innards become a crimson feast. Okay, well, I imagine they're very slow compared to the skeletons. That's what I'm getting from that. And finally, let's have a quick gander at Spearmen. Okay, spear infantry. Spears offer superior reach over swords and axes, generally making them better choices against large enemies. Little more than shuffling bones with swords and spears, skeletons perform a dutiful, if not exemplary, job in their battle lines beneath the mud. Oh, it's exactly the same thing. Oh, fair enough then. Much faster than zombies, obviously. Pretty much the same leadership, though. No particular difference there. Charge defense versus large. When bracing, this unit negates the charge bonus of any large attacker, which is actually really quite nice. Really nice indeed. Anti-large, charge defense against large foes, and shielded. Okay, well, that's all we needed to know. I mean, we've got plenty of room in my army, so I may as well just go ahead and raise them. But it looks like Midna has woken up yet again. She seems to like waking up while I'm playing this game. I'll be right back after I put her in her run for a little bit. And I return. Okay, so we've filled out our army a little bit. We're almost full, actually, on our army size, thinking about it. We're 15 of 20 units. We are significantly larger than our foe over here. And it is time now to attack.
Battle is upon us. Study your options carefully.
Very well.
The enemy are close. Blood will be spilt.
Well, it depends if their armies move. Oh, actually, they have got some zombies. And some direwolves, actually. Vanguard deployment. War beasts. Now then, Winds of Magic. We are very much the dominant force here. Very likely to win. If we want to, we could probably just have the game auto resolve this, but in a game that's pretty much mostly about the fights, I'm obviously going to be controlling the vast majority of them, unless it is hopelessly in my favor. I guess this one kind of is, but it's only the second battle. Well, yeah, the second battle that I've had a chance to fight, so sod it. Right. There's a lot of loading in this game, though.
Your soldiers are ready to deploy for battle, my lord. They await your orders.
Risk magic for more favorable winds. Okay. Starting limit 25. power 13 of 30, power reserve 60, recharge 1 per power per 6 seconds. No, I think these wins are actually quite nice, honestly. So we're going to keep that. Right, as for deployment then, let's have a look at this. It's a very shallow valley. Basically a little valley between 2 hills. The enemy are deploying on 1 hill over there. Alright, well, I think we'll meet them. We've got the vastly superior army here. Okay, let's use this to our advantage then. Start deployment. I am going to have 2 groups of zombies. First group cannot deploy properly because of that. Okay, well that'll do, I suppose. We'll kind of stick you there. The second group, we'll have you over here, and you move along that side of the hill. We're gonna probably have the fight around here somewhere. Now, the nice thing about fighting another undead is I know they don't have any archers. I don't have to worry about them having the high ground. I mean, it probably still counts a little bit in regular combat, but the bats, I'll have them over here because I intend to have them move out and try and flank them if I can. Same with my Vargulf. Well, actually, yes, my Vargulf is going with the bats. We're going to have you be a... I could have you function in the role of frontline morale destroyer, but I would actually prefer you to be flank morale destroyer for this one. Crypt ghouls. Ah, I didn't have a look at this one. Cudgel infantry. I have no idea if you're particularly powerful, but we'll see. Poison attack, so I like it. You can move up with the zombies there then. Ideally, I actually want the zombies to be the ones to engage first. And to that end, I would like you just deployed a little bit more evenly. I know it's a bit messy right there because of those ruins, but it'll have to do. Right, you're going to be moving with that group. Right, we'll have the Spearmen. Do they have any actual infantry? I believe they do. I believe they have the wolves. Yeah, it's right there. Well, in that case... I don't think we're going to worry too much about the zombies. They are expendable. I'm flat out happy to have them go down, but I guess I should have you with the main body of the army. And I'm going to have 2 of my skeletons moving with the main army. You can be here. And then another 2 are going to move with the flanking group. They're not particularly fast, but they can get out there. They can probably keep pace with the Vargulf, honestly. Alright, that's how I'm going to be setting up. I am ready now for battle. Okay. Now, pretty much, I want this entire group to move forward. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my arrow keys to just move this entire formation forward like so. And they're going to walk that distance. You guys, though, I want you to more or less do the same thing over there. But I want you running. I want you to get out there sooner. That'll do. The bats and the Var... Oh, okay. I didn't realize that. The Vargulf's a little bit slower than the bats. I really should have just looked. Speed 80, speed 31, speed 120. Yeah, okay. The enemy are not moving, which is a little bit interesting, honestly. We'll let you guys get out there, and then you can just hold your position. How they've got their... Direwolves have moved into a position to try and protect that flank. Fantastic. Wonderful. Now, what we got? Causes damage to combatants. Strong versus single combatants, weak versus multiple combatants. And we've got Lore of Vampires, Invocation of an Aavak. That's the one you've already seen, but this one's new. Spirit Leech, direct damage, 13 seconds, enemy location, blah blah blah. Okay, can I actually get that over there? No. Very, very far away. It's about twice as far away as I can reach with it. So it'll have to wait. I'm not gonna rush out there. They are turtling right now though. But that does look like we're going to have a nice position to attack from. Right. Time for you to start approaching. Move slowly, though. We'll see how they move to respond to this. Okay, I want you to move a little bit further forward. I want you to be the ones about there. Let's have you do the same. About there. Gonna have my skeletons line up next to my spearmen here. Let's see how this goes. I mean, I don't need to be planning this much at all. Not with an army like this. I can just throw my army against them, but I'll take losses that I don't need to take. And as much as it's nice to be in a position where I can happily engage like that, okay, no. If they're pulling back, let's just approach. If they're a little bit worried, sure. Right, Vargulf is going in. Engage. Bats. Up and behind, please. Go ahead, just wage in. They're going to die very quickly to the Vargulf. Right, well, time for us to engage then. Go ahead, zombies. Go ahead, zombies. Let's move the rest of these troops in. I would like Leech on their general, please. No? Damn it, gotta be a lot closer for that. We've almost finished crushing... What? Really? Where? Oh, did they reposition? Oh, the scoundrels. Really doesn't matter, but the scoundrels are the same. Move quickly. Right, troops. Engage. Engage. Go. Dig in. You guys, dig in. They're going to flank this group here, which I'm not happy about at all. Try and meet them somewhat. We've got the flank advantage there. We are going to win it, but... And their general is going down, no matter what it wants here. It's dead. Hit it with more magic anyway. Then get some healing going on my units, if you would be so kind. Once their general is down, there we go. Fortunate. Right, I want you to get over here and then engage. There really was no particular need to be worried about tactics here as I was. But it's good practice if nothing else. Alright, we can speed things up again. Now, without their general, it looks like they've just... all their leadership has drained, so they're just crumbling now. Even faster than normal. How much of them is left? Nothing. Great. Plow into the back of... No, they're gone. Never mind then. Decisive victory. You're victorious. The corpses of the enemy litter the ground, and those still able to flee do so with the laughter of our gods ringing in their ears. Very well. No, I don't actually mean to save that replay. End battle. I need to get used to using the time controls. I only remembered right towards the end that they were time controls. I need to learn the shortcut keys for them as well, so it's a little bit easier to use.
Yours, my lord. But what about the fate of those captured in battle?
Eat them.
It can be beneficial to hold them, but sometimes leniency or brutality can be worth more.
I'm not feeling particularly lenient. I lost 137 troops. Scallywag! Enemies captured 19. Dominate captives. Units replenished by 6%. Or murder the captives. Leadership +4. Or... return the captives. I get a bit of total dark magic. Casualty replenishment -5%. Your army will gain the following effects. Returned captives. This army is struggling after giving up a source of fresh flesh. Ah, that's terribly bad. Send the captives home to their homes unspoilt for a price. The enemy will show gratitude, allowing you to further your machinations. Murder the captives, feed them to the dire wolves. Their corpses will no doubt come in handy later. The victim's empire and their allies will loathe you, but the enemy will like it. Their enemies will like it. Dominate the captives. Dominate these enemy minions. Let your will subsume the lingering influence of any pitiful lich before and enshrine your majesty in its place. Yes! I like that idea.
Move!
Okay. There we go. We got a little bit of extra dark magic.
Those that serve your cause gain experience over time, my lord.
Fantastic.
Be sure to guide their development to your advantage.
Our Lord Manfred von Karstein has reached rank 2. Okay.
Ready.
Gain skill point. How does one spell spend a skill point?
Attack, Dark Lord. Seize it from the enemy to open a new front to the north.
Very well. Capture and occupy the following settlement: Eschen. Right, weapon gained, Fencer's Blade. An enchanted duo of blades, one long and one short, give the wielder a dazzling array of skillful moves to parry and deceive an opponent. Melee attack +6, melee defense +6. Oh, very nice indeed. Let's check you out, Manfred. Can I? Fencer's Blades, uncommon. Back to details, there we go. Very nice. Oh, there we are. Skills. Okay. Leadership is up a little bit. Melee attack, melee defense. Okay. Followers and banners don't have any. Traits count. My people will feast on your bones. Leadership +5 for humans. Summon creatures of the night. Melee attack +10 for direwolves and fell bats. Dark acolyte. That's cooldown on invocation of Nehek. A student of the black arts. Ability master of the black arts. Gives me augment of the winds. Improved power recharge rate. Increased to power reserves. Very well. And skills. Okay, now we're talking. Got quite a lot of skills actually. The Restless Dead. A lord of necromancy's minions do not suffer exhaustion. They can walk for leagues and never suffer. Campaign movement range +10%. That might be nice. Aura of Supremacy. Character's aura leadership effect +5. I am mighty. None dare challenge me. Spirit Leech. The wizard extends an ebon hand towards the chosen foe, leeching its spirit through tainted sorcery. Cooldown -15% to Spirit Leech. Cooldown -15% to Invocation of Nehek. And the Hunger. Passive ability, the Hunger. As the vampire rips apart their victims, they feast on the blood that spills forth, gaining in strength and lost stamina. Replenishes HP of combatants. Oh. So with this, Manfred would passively regen whilst in battle. That's actually reasonable. I wonder if I need it right now, though. I don't care if I need it right now. I want it. So yes, we'll take that one. There we go. Oh, no. That's not what I meant to do. There we go. Okay. Right. Troops replenished per turn. 15 turns until this unit is fully replenished. 1 replenishment is improved because you are in friendly province. Same here. 1 turn. 2 turns there. Oh, sorry. No. 1 turn. 1 turn. 1 turn. 1 turn. And 1 turn. Okay. Well, that's not actually that bad. We could hold the position for a moment, I suppose, for a turn. I wouldn't mind adding to my army. I only want skeletons this time, though. 2 skeletons. Maybe I want 3 skeletons, actually. No, 2 will do. I'll save some room for some better units. Now that's going to take a turn for me to build that up. So let's go ahead and just pass this turn for now. We'll see what happens. What? Some scallywags moving through my territory? Someone just made a run for it.
Assistance is available should you need it, my lord.
Very well.
You may rely upon it.
Well, that is why I keep you
Your
around.
kind are a nightmare made flesh, sire. Yoke the power of the dead and you shall be unstoppable.
The Midnight Aristocracy have long struck terror into the hearts of the mortal races. From their lairs deep in Sylvania, the vampires struck out against the living with their massed armies of the eager dead. Right, I want to head in here, but I just saw someone moving. Where are they? Did they head over there? They may have. Vampiric corruption is pretty good in this area. Though I do notice the Castle Drakenhof. I mean, we're improving public order per turn, which is nice. But I can build something, apparently. Wall strength 100%, that's nice. I can build construction slot. You can construct new buildings here. I could go for infrastructure, although in a state of decay, some structures can still be exploited economically. Military support, supportive structures maintained by mortal underlings and vampires. Or military recruitment. We've already got these. What else have we got? That's our town. We could go for this, which would give us crypt ghouls. Defiled cairn. Alright. Or we could go for this, which would give us direwolves and fellbats. I would actually prefer this for the direwolves and fellbats, especially for Manfred, who seems to have a bonus with that. Sinister copse. Copse of trees. Very well, we will build this, and then we will be able to recruit better units. I approve of this plan.
I hunt.
Yes, you do. Now, we've got various different states that we can move in. Stands March increases this army's campaign map marching range. Stands Ambush. Conceal this army, allowing surprise attacks against passing enemies. Minimum recruitment to assume... required to assume 25% total campaign movement range. I guess that means I need at least 25% of my movement range remaining. Hidden until discovered or battle initiated. Chance of spotting nearby foreign armies plus 50%. Stands Raiding. Income generated from raiding 81. But we've got quarter as much movement. Public order in the raided province -3. Growth -5 in the raided province. Immune to attrition. That would mean my army was immune to attrition, I imagine. Vigor in battle, winded. We wouldn't want that. Enables replenishment, winds of magic, power reserve plus 15. Stance, channeling. That might not be a bad one. Since it doesn't actually affect me that negatively, but I think we should just go and hit Ayrshire, honestly.
Bring war.
The city has been reached, and your warriors are prepared for battle, mighty lord. Study your options, nevertheless. Encircling the enemy and starving them out may be the wisest course of action.
Oh, I don't think so. Look at the size of their army. It's tiny. They've got 1 bat, 2 zombies, and 2 skeletons. And Milland von Drack of Tempelhof. This is not a siege because it's not a walled settlement. No, we are just going to jump straight into this fight. There's no reason for us to delay it. Driven not by skill, but by a desire to feast on flesh. Zombies are good, terrifying fodder in melee. They are also expendable. And they can expend almost half of their army. Not sure whether that says a good thing or a bad thing. No, I like these winds of magic, honestly. We're going to keep those ones. Now, I'm not going to worry too much about our deployment this time. Ooh, that might be something interesting. I think those may actually be interesting nodes where if I stood near them I'd replenish magic a little bit faster. I'm not sure. I don't know where the enemy is deploying, which is good. Let's go ahead and just get out there then. I will position my troops a little bit. I'd like my Fellbats towards the side. And again, I want to group my units just so that I can move them a little bit more conveniently, if nothing else. I'm a big fan of having grouped units. There we are. It just makes everything you do a little bit easier to manage. And now I've got 2 ruddy gigantic groups of skeletons as well, which is lovely. And you can go up there. We're going to be able to advance fairly quickly wherever the enemy may be. Indeed they are. You remember that. Okay, we're ready to go. Start. Pretty much just want my entire army
Sure to use the maps
to move forward.
to assist your tactical planning, Commander.
Yoink. We will, don't worry. Move forward. About to around there. Quickly! Go, go, go! Run! Ah, don't you look cute bouncing around. That's kind of how the ferrets run. Okay, it's good enough. You can hold position there. Where's the rest of our troops? The bats are already there. Good. The bats can move up a little bit more, actually. In fact, you guys, get over there, please. I'm assuming you don't need to breathe. If you do, just let me know. I probably won't care, but, you know, it's good to know anyway. Just get a little bit finer control on my positioning now. Mostly, I want my skeletons to be my flanking force, and my zombies to be my main combat force. Right, you two, pull back just a little bit. I want you up there. Oh dear, you're about to be flanked. That isn't so good. Get in there, please. Get them taken out. Go ahead and engage. Oh, really? Are the zombies going to be the ones to flank? That would be kind of funky. Go ahead. Balbats, charge straight into the back of them, please. Right, Manfred, how are things going for you? Let's get a bit of healing going on. Where is their lord? I know they got one. There he is. Yes. Get in there and start attacking directly. There we go. Looks like their Felbats are going for a flank, which is kind of annoying, but oh well. Oh, have we already won? What? Oh, right, I see. Keep scrolling to go to the tactical map. I get you. What? You're running away? Get back here, you scoundrel! You're not getting away. Wait, why am I using that spell on... Ah, poop. That's not who I wanted to use it on. Oh well. How's our army over here doing? They haven't got anything that can possibly face us. I'm fairly certain their lord is already down. Just, you know, dig in. Destroy everything. We win. Alright, end battle. We didn't actually take that many losses either, I don't think. Yeah, 66. Not that surprising, really. Okay, well, that was much better for us. Decisive victory. Okay, loot gained 62. Very well. We captured 30 enemies. Rank gained. Hooray!
At last, the defenses have fallen, my lord. The fate of those that remain is yours to determine.
Okay. Right, so we can occupy, which will give us minus 10 public order to this province, I guess, or it might be the whole province. I'm not sure if they'll merge. Province instability minus 3 plus 4% unit replenishment rate, or I could loot and occupy, which would give me a bit of cash, but would not give me a replenishment bonus. I don't actually need it, and would generally be much more divisive. Province instability would be a lot higher. I could sack it, get loads of stuff. I'd get no particular conquest penalty, but my province instability would be a bit nasty. And then raids, like just literally scorched earth. Now we're going to loot and occupy. There we go. Strike now and punish his error. Okay.
The date of undeath is spread by your conquests, mighty lord.
Fantastic. Yeah,
your
they've merged.
realm grows, and more distant lands now fall under your gaze. The Empire and other kingdoms of men lie to the north and west. There you may feast, for the living are plentiful.
I know, they breed so fast, it's glorious. Since Count Manfred's unfortunate defeat at Helfen, Sylvania has been in decline. No longer is it feared as the dread lair where the dead do not rest, but instead is seen as a Sterling's bastard child. Now a von Karstein resides in Castle Drakenhof. Once again, it is time for the vampires to take dominion over their haunted realm. Occupy and loot, raise, or sack 2 different settlements. Alright. I will make this so.
Reports are coming in of a living expeditionary force close to your territory, my lord. Such a threat cannot be tolerated. Show them that you are master of these lands once again.
Okay, if soldiers has been sighted at Helfen, the Empire will regret deploying troops this far from home. The vampire counts must crush their army, drive the terrified survivors from our lands, and raise their dead into our service. I like this. I like this plan. Hero recruited to Castle Drakenhof, a necromancer. Gold sigil sword.
Your army has marched all it can, my lord. They must rest.
Oh, bloody lazy skeletons. Disgusting. Disgusting. But we have got change per turn of minus 26. Conquest for the next turn only is minus 30. So it's going to go down. Instability for minus provincial instability -1 per turn. That'll go down over time. But we've got that minus 30 conquest just for a single turn. It's not too bad. I think we only need to really worry about this once it gets to like negative 100. At that point, you've got rebellions and the like that you need to deal with, which is, you know, obviously not particularly grand. I'll be honest with you. Right, what about this place? How are things going? I need to repair them, unfortunately. Crumbling hamlet. Until repaired, this building's effects are diminished and it cannot be upgraded. Okay, well, let's repair it then. And also, let's repair that one. There we go. Fixed. But I'm afraid that is all we've got time for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed and will be joining me for the next. Of course, any feedback warmly welcomed in the comments below. And a like on the video lets me know you want to see more Total War Warhammer in the future. But until then, do take care.